Okay, everybody, I am here. I am here. I don't know if we're actually live or not. It says that we're live. We're going to wait for a couple of people to jump in. I'm turning my phone off. So, y'all give me just half a second for that. So I think that we have completely frozen again. Oh my gosh. Lester Morrow. Lester Morrow. It's, there we go. Okay, we're actually not frozen. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit smaller so you can see me. I'm going to trade spots with that so it makes that big and me little. Make me little. Can't do it. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. That's better. Happy Tuesday, Super Tuesday. It is Super Tuesday. And before we get off of this live today, we're going to have ourselves a little election. That's right. We're going to have ourselves a little informal election. It's not going to mean anything official, so no one freak out on me. But you can see the candidates who have chosen to run right there in front of you. Ringo, Cornholio, and Pig Trudy are the candidates that have agreed to run. Of course, you're always welcome to have a write-in. Excuse me, I am quite the mess. Jamie, I am quite the mess today. And I actually wasn't ready to go live, but Jamie has a Zoom that starts shortly. And she goes, "You're going to need to get off the internet before my Zoom starts because she has to have full internet." And I'm like,
somebody
well,
around here's got to work.
I'm like, I'll do it real fast. And so y'all just bear with me just for a minute there. But while we're waiting, so you can go ahead and start saying, right now I'm seeing comments. People are just filling in the comments like crazy with who you would vote for, but you don't know it. You don't know what you're voting for yet. You don't know what you're voting for yet. So, okay, so here, this is the best comment so far. It's nice to know what you're actually voting for. Where did I see that? Where she says, voting for what? What are we voting for? So, hold on. Where did I see that? Want my hand up or down?
I want it down.
Please
and thanks.
Oh my gosh, these comments are going so fast, and I can't find the one that I wanted to post. Okay, here we go. It's from Lorraine. So Lorraine says, "Running for what? Running for what?" So Lorraine knows that Lorraine, you do know that today across this great country of ours are the midterm elections. And I'll tell you what, it's all I've been seeing on social media news. It's all I see on the regular news. Every one of the ads that pop up when I'm watching a video keep talking about it, different candidates who want to run for this or that. But ultimately, Jamie and I are not really political people. Neither of us have ever announced that we belong to either particular party. We always say that we will always vote for who we feel is the better man or woman. We will. We are those types of people who have never pronounced ourselves as Democrats or Republicans or independents. We vote for who we feel or is the better man or the better woman. And so in this case today, we have a couple of farm animals who would like to represent us at the not the House of Representatives, but the Barn of Representatives. You heard me correctly. They want to represent us at the Barn of Representatives. And we only have 3 candidates that actually came out to announce their candidacy.
I'm almost done making my noises.
So you all hear Jamie in the background. Boy, we are going at 100 miles an hour today. As you can see, we both got our voter cards. We're about to go head off and hit the election as soon as Jamie is done with her Zoom. We also have chores going on at both properties. So anyway, let me go ahead and get right to the video. And I'm going to play this little video. And so you'll kind of know what's going on. And I'm going to give you a chance to meet all 3 of the candidates. And yes, this is they are running for the barn. Okay, let me go ahead and write that in here. baby, representatives. That does not look right,
Glad I
Jamie.
could help you.
That does not look like barn of representatives. I think that's right. I don't know why you don't get spell check on StreamYard. Okay, so they are running for the barn of representatives. Where's it at? Post it. Oh, I hope I spelled that right. So yes, we have 3 candidates who are running for the barn of representatives. Representatives. Boy, I hope I spelled that right, because if I don't spell that right.
You put a T in there, right?
Representatives. Yes, yes.
Making sure.
Ringo for barn rep. So yes, we're looking for our barn rep. Let me go ahead and go to my video that I made right quick. We're going to add it to our stream. Y'all give me a couple of seconds here to play this. It's an election day. Super Tuesday. It's an election day. And today we're going to have a little election of our own. So I want to introduce you to the candidates. The candidates for one party is going to be Cornholio. Cornholio represents all of. So he's a little bit shy. Cornholio, do you want to run for election or not? It's not about the. So you're going to vote for Cornholio. No, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you guys in the comments to tell us, what does Cornholio represent? Tell us about Cornholios and why you would vote for Cornholio. What does he bring to the table? Don't make me say it for you. You tell me what Cornholio brings to the table. Let's get one more picture of our candidate.
Christina,
Cornholio.
that's hilarious.
Candidate
Cornholio and
Cornholio.
Secret Service.
Okay, there we go. That's candidate Cornholio. Now we are also going to have another one of our candidates here. I'm about to walk into the. So here's another candidate here. This would be Ringo, candidate Ringo.
Candidate Ringo.
I would like for you all to let me know if you want to vote for candidate Ringo. Tell me why. What does candidate Ringo bring to the table, y'all? What does he bring to the table? We need to know what candidate Ringo brings to the table. Like I say, we don't do all the Democrat, Republican stuff over there. We just have candidates, and we're voting for the better man or woman, because over here, our third candidate would be Pig Trudy. Trudy's telling you all about herself. Trudy's telling you all about herself. And I would like for you all to tell me exactly what defines her. You know her best, so what defines Trudy? Look, Indy's having a hard time deciding on who she's going to vote for. Indy doesn't know who she's voting for. Indy has no idea how. I don't know. I really have no idea where I'm going this year with my vote. And a lot of y'all may feel the same way. Let me close this gate behind me. So okay, so there we go. We have 3 candidates then. We have Cornholio, we have Ringo, and we have Pig Trudy. Okay, hold on a second. Sir, could I ask who you think you may be, where your vote may be leaning? Sir, would you mind letting us know where your vote may be leaning towards? Okay. So Pablo says he's definitely going with Cornholio. That's because he likes the way Cornholio. You know what? I'm not going to even attempt to sway your vote. I'm not going to sway your vote at all. Annie, people are probably curious where your vote's going this year. Are you going to go with Cornholio, Ringo, or possibly Pig Trudy? Annie? Annie? Annie's like, I'm not voting. I'm not even going to waste my time going to the polls because my vote doesn't count anyway. And that is the worst attitude to have, Annie.
That's horrible.
Did y'all see her? Her Annie just says, my vote's not going to count. No one's going to count. One vote doesn't matter. One vote doesn't matter anyway, so I'm not even going to vote. And that's the, you cannot have that kind of an attitude.
Nope.
So there you go. I need you guys to do me a couple of things. In the comments, I need you to elaborate, please. Elaborate and tell me why. What are the qualities of the candidates? If you think that you know some good qualities for Cornholio, then let us know what are his qualities. And then if you know the qualities of Pig Trudy, if you know her qualities, what would make her the best candidate? And of course, if you want to vote for Ringo, then tell us, why do you think Ringo should be elected? Now, here's the biggest question. What are they running for? President of I'm a Survivor Sanctuary?
No.
Here we go. Okay. Who should we send to the Barn of Representatives? The Barn of Representatives. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're trying to send one of our animals not to the House of the Representatives, but the Barn of Representatives. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right there. We are sending one of our babies to the Barn of Representatives. And so here's what I thought we could do on today's live. So, of course, today is election day for the midterm elections, and there are a lot of House seats up for grabs. And so we have to send someone to the Barn of Representatives. Now, listen, I only went out and videoed those that had made their, what do you call it, Jamie? They had made their candidacy known. However, if you think there's someone that could be a write-in, like a Moo or possibly Ernie or whatever, then if you have a write-in candidate, then by all means, you're more than welcome to write them in. So now here's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to give you guys a chance to go to the comments, and I would like you to elaborate on why. Why do you think your particular person here would represent us the best? How would they represent us the best? And then we're going to actually take this to a live vote. We're going to give you guys the link to come in. Oh, boy, there's a lot of people saying Moo should represent us. Pablo should represent us. Wow, Bucky should represent. And so we're going to actually take this to a live vote, and it's going to be, Jamie, we're only going with 11 people, and we're going to have these 11 people will give us the official vote. And I would like for the 11 people who jump in here, not just say, I vote for Ringo, or I vote for Cornholio, I vote for Pig Trudy. That would be great, but I would rather you elaborate. People need to have you elaborate on who you think deserves to be the candidate who's going to represent our Barn of Representatives. That would be, yes, that's important. So, like I said, if you have a write-in vote, then that's completely fine too. I am not going to go by and tally all of these votes. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I love the way you all are shouting out votes, and some are putting them in all caps. And there's one lady who puts about 50 exclamation points behind hers.
That sounds like you. You're the king of exclamation.
They say I'm the king of that. We're not doing it that way. So listen. Hold on. Oh my God. Why don't people know the three choices that we have been given? So if you're saying who are the three choices, it's probably because you've just jumped in. Don't worry. But on the screen right now, you can see that we have Ringo, we have Cornholio, and we have Pig Trudy. And all three of these guys would like to be the one to represent us in the Barn of Representatives. And so I'm going to post that link pretty soon, but I'm going to give you all a chance to think about it. Now, don't do like you did last time. Don't do like someone did last time and just jump into the live. They click the link and they're like, hey, Lester, Jamie, just wanted to say hi. That's great. And I know that you all like to do that. But right now, it's only about our vote. And so I'm going to find something to keep a tally on. I better not do that on the back side of my voter registration card. Jamie, can you find me something to keep tally on?
Yeah.
I also have a cookie here in front of me. It's a chocolate chip cookie. Oh, this comes from Chestnut Hills Farmstead. That's kind of a neat word, Jamie, farmstead. We hear of homesteads. You never hear of homesteads. Chester Hills Farmstead. I believe we met these kind of people at the Creator Conference. And Jamie says, yes, we did. and they make all kinds of goodies. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they make jellies. Jellies. And this over here,
I know they gave us jelly.
they may make a lot of stuff, but this over here is a chocolate chip cookie. I'm still giving you guys time to think about your votes. Some are saying I'm a Gene. Ringo, he's a strong leader. Ringo is a seasoned vet. I'm a Gene because she is. I'm a survivor. Wow. These are really great. Hold on. They're going so fast. Ringo, the goat of distinction. Someone says, Nate, you need a loud voice matters.
True, actually. That's really good.
Nate, because think about it, guys. Sometimes a loud voice does matter. So I'm not going to go with Tex because he's over at Longhorn Lester's. We're going to keep this only to I'm a survivor. Now, we could have our own thing for Longhorn Lester's, but right now, someone wants to write in Uncle Moo. He represents the small guys. Uncle Christy W says, I'm going to write in Uncle Moo because he represents the small guys, those that are vulnerable. That's really funny. All right, so are you guys ready? So what I'm going to do is put the link down here in the little comment section. It's going to pop up onto the screen right there. And I've learned that all you have to do is on a phone, touch it, on a computer, click it, and it will bring you right into our live. Jamie, how many should we bring in? How many would make a good vote?
You gotta have an even number because you have an odd number of candidates.
So we have an odd number of candidates, so we need an even number of people. So you want to go 20?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to bring in 20 people. So 20 people. Guys, I would rather you, when you come in, I'm not trying to be rude, but you know, the lines at the polls are long. The lines at the polls are long. And it's going to require you to get in, say your piece, and then move on out. So I am going to put an R for Ringo, a C for Cornholio, and a P for Pig Trudy, PT, P Tree. Jamie, will you come keep vote for me? Tally. Jamie's going to keep the tallies. Write that again because I wrote that so sloppy.
Terrible.
I wrote that so sloppy. I'm giving you guys.
RC and PT.
Mm.
Are you eating dessert right now before lunch?
Well, here's the thing. I never want to promote somebody who I would not promote myself. And so I have just received a box of cookies from Chestnut Hills Farmstead. They're in Alabama. This one here looks delicious. We've not had lunch yet, and I thought I would try it.
Official taste tester.
And yeah, as an official taste tester. And if I don't like it, by all means, Chestnut Hills, this is nothing against you. It's just that if I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. But so far, it's delicious. It's 2 chocolate chip cookies, and there's some kind of a filler in the middle. It might be some kind of vanilla icing. It's not too late to join, y'all.
You know they call those whoopie pies, right?
Okay. Beth says, I think about Trudy's habit of rolling on food, and that does not seem like something a leader would do. Ringo has matured and is a natural leader. Okay, so your opinion does matter. Thank you for that, Beth. I'm going to read a couple more. I have to move this out of my way. I can't move that out of my way. Pig Trudy would have to be my vote. She blends in with everyone, and she speaks up and can be a good leader. Okay. Sandra, out of the 3, I have to go with Ringo. He has a heart, age, and history. Definitely a leader. Most of our politicians are, most of them I would say are older, but not always. Stop demonizing anyone because people vote their conscience and giving everything. Okay, and hold on. And giving everything to those who already have everything does not benefit anyone who is less fortunate. And politics is not supposed to be about punishing people who disagree with you or do not agree with and share your personal opinions. So, Lori, I'm guessing that is directed towards someone in the comments. That has to be towards someone in the comments because I'm not demonizing anybody, am I? I thought I was being very open here. So if that was towards me, Lori, I will repeat what I said already in the fact that I says that Jamie and I do not belong to a political party. I says Jamie and I, we do vote every election, but we always vote for who we feel in our heart might be the better man or woman for the job.
I love it when you say woman.
Woman, well, woman, man or woman. Because there have been women who run for office, but they always say, you know, you vote for the best man or woman. And so anyway, so that, Lori, I'm sure that was meant for somebody else. Okay, hold on. Someone says, hold on. What is this, Dennis? God damn it, Lester. Where did that come from? Our family is about to go vote. We go as a block of voters at our polling locations. It's hard living in Southern California, but voting is our opportunity to change things here. All right. And so in saying so, I would absolutely agree. Voting is important. Every vote does count. And here go. Oh, I know why Dennis says, God damn it. He wants to hurry and vote. He wants to get to the vote. He's tired of me rambling on. Okay, Dennis, if that is true, then here we go, everybody. You ready? If you want to vote, remember, don't just say who you're voting for, but tell us why. Okay, tell us why. Tell us why. Then and you can always write somebody in. It's okay. There's a lot of folks here who are saying, don't forget about the write in. They're writing people in. All right, let me hide that. And I'm going to give you the link right now. I'm going to copy that link. Here it comes. And here we go. First 20 votes, guys, my friends. The first 20 votes is who we're going with. We're going with the first 20 votes. Show. No, not that. Where did it go? That's it. Okay. I count. We have voters who are popping in like crazy. Jerry, you're up first. Jerry, if you start talking about Facebook, I swear to God. Jerry, I'm about to bring you on. Don't worry. But last time you did not follow the rules. All right, Jamie, are you ready to come keep tally?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's see if Jerry can follow the rules here. Remember, we're going with 20 votes. I'm waiting for Jamie to get over here.
I'm ready.
You're over there. You're not over here with me.
I'm doing 50 things at once tomorrow.
Jamie is doing 50 things at once. Okay. Thank you, Chestnut Hills Farmstead. All right, here we go. I'm bringing on Jerry. He was first. Jerry, are you ready? Here comes Jerry. Jerry, how you doing? You're on mute, Jerry. You're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can certainly hear you now, buddy. It's good to see you again.
Well,
Jerry, who are you voting for and why?
Trudy, because she gets down and dirty.
All right, we got Jamie.
I got it.
Jamie, we got one for Trudy because she gets down and dirty. Jerry, it's good to see you, buddy.
See you, bud.
Bye, man. Okay, we're gonna go now with hold on. I gotta move Jerry off. Jerry, could you? There you go, right there. Okay, so I've moved Jerry. Is this Elisa?
Elisa, yes. Hi.
Elisa. Great to see you. You look very happy. You shine a light. Oh no, where did you go? Elisa.
You turned off her light?
No, I did not. Elisa.
I'm here.
Oh, I'm like, you shine a light. Your smile and you just have a light about you. I can see that. Anyway, I have to ask, who are you voting for and why?
As much as I am the world's biggest fan of Pig Trudy, she is my everything. I think she may have some biases towards certain food rights and things. And so honestly, I think Donkey Dan, I want to write in Donkey Dan. He is quiet. He observes everything. He's got the pulse of I'm a survivor. So I'm going for Donkey Dan.
I have to say that he was my original vote, and I said he's he's really just unbiased, and he really is, party neutral, and he speaks up when necessary only. So yeah, Donkey Dan. Right there with
Okay,
ya.
so guys, we have our first write-in. Eliza, it's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your write-in vote of Donkey Dan. And so it's been recorded. We have one for Pig Trudy and one for Donkey Dan. Thank you, ma'am, and it's a pleasure talking to you. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Thank you for shining your light, ma'am. Okay, all righty. So now we're moving along. What I'm gonna stop doing is I'm gonna stop calling out the votes, because what people sometimes do is no one wants to be a loser. Sometimes if you're not careful and if you start watching TV, sometimes what happens is they'll start announcing someone as the for sure guy or girl who's going to win, and that's actually not accurate. It's a ploy to get people to stop going to vote because they're afraid that, because, well, it's human nature. Why should I go vote if so-and-so already is going to win? Why should I go vote if the polls or if TV's saying that so-and-so is already going to win? So I'm going to be hush. I'm going to hush. I am not going to be one of those biased TV stations or news stations. I'm just going to stay hush, and we're going to keep the votes counting. We're going on vote number 3. Claire. It looks like Claire. Hi, Claire. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Lester?
It's a good day. I got some really neat cookie here. I'm sitting here eating for my
Yeah,
lunch.
and you make me jealous. I want some.
Cookie and Dr. Pepper. How's that for a lunch?
I have cookie and Pepsi.
Hey, that's not too bad. Claire, who are you voting for? And could you tell us why?
Well, at first I thought Tilly, but she doesn't really have that leadership quality. So then I had to go with actually Ringo.
So you're going with Ringo.
He has the experience. He has the stamina.
Wow.
And he has the, he's everything. He knows the human touch and the animal touch. So I think he's a well-rounded candidate.
He certainly has a human touch. And I have my right knee that I will forever limp on because of his human touch.
Exactly.
Hey, it's a pleasure talking to you again, and we will see you soon. Thank you for your vote and for your input.
Take care, Lester.
Hey, you too, ma'am. Okay, we're still moving along, my friends. We're still moving along. Up next, we have Joey. Joey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. All right. How's it going?
Things are going pretty good over here. How about with yourself?
I'm going all right. Hey, I want to vote for Ringo, man. He don't take no crap off nobody.
Okay, so we have a vote for Ringo.
One thing you need to do is lay that cookie on the table and waller your face in it real good for Pig Trudy.
For Pig Trudy. You know what? If I would say if she wins, I will do that, but that's going to mean people may vote for her just for that reason.
Those cookies aren't going to last that long.
So I'm just gonna keep on eating this one over here. But you're right, Trudy would take her face and just roll it all around, and you could all just see it on her for days. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Cornholio hit that nuke button the first day, so we don't want him anywhere near power.
I hear you, brother. Hey, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you, my friend.
Roll Tide, man.
We'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for your vote. Jamie, did you record that?
I did.
All right. All right, we're moving along. Next up, we have Donna. Donna, where are you voting from?
Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina.
In North Carolina. That's
Yes.
awesome. So
Yes,
who are you voting for and why, Miss Donna?
Ringo,
Okay.
because he's tough and mean.
So you like a tough, mean candidate then, huh?
Yes, I do.
Someone's going to stand their ground. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's
sir.
awesome. Well, thank you for your input, and bless
Thank
you.
you.
And enjoy your day in North Carolina.
I sure will. Bye.
You know, that's where my sister was born. Sister Kim was born in North Carolina. My
Really?
dad was a Marine stationed at Camp Lejeune,
Huh.
and Sister Kim was born right there in North Carolina. So we have a little
All
bit of
right.
history with you guys there. So
All right.
beautiful,
Thank
beautiful
you.
day. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Bye now. All right. That's great. Okay. Next, we are going with, hold on. Jamie, it looks like this says Kickapoo Crafty Cat. Hello there, Kickapoo Crafty Cat. How are you?
Hey, Lester, how's it going?
Things are going pretty good. We're having some fun today with this little Super Tuesday election. Have you thought much about it?
I have.
And what have you come up with?
I am going to back Pig Trudy because she's just solid light and love.
Oh,
I'm familiar with pigs. I've never raised goats or turkeys, but Cornholio is a bully, and I just don't like bullies.
boy, you know, Cornholio can really get after you if you've wronged him in any form or fashion, or if you look at him wrong and you get on his bad side, you're done for. So
Exactly.
that's funny. So you go for Pig Trudy. Well, thank you for your time and for your vote. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Mhm.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye now. Bye. All right, Donna, you are up next. How you doing, Donna?
Doing all right, and you?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you at, Donna? What part of the country you in?
Somerset, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I'm in the Somerset.
So Jamie's been there. Is there a hospital you work for over there?
I did, and that was the place that told me it was moist.
Moist?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That they only
They what?
that they didn't sell all liquor, only beer and wine at restaurants.
Oh, so you know about that moist.
Mhm.
Okay, so hold on. We're going to talk a little bit about this. Guys, we're still going. Don't worry. We are still going. Not to worry. No, where'd she go? Where'd Donna go?
I'm
Donna,
still,
I don't see you. Where'd you go?
I'm still here.
I don't see you on my screen. Jamie, where'd Donna go?
I'm
There
still.
she is. I can't make Donna become big. I want Donna to take up the main screen. Okay, Donna, we're going to go ahead and just have to close this.
Hold on, Jose.
I got it. Okay, Donna, we want to hear from you.
Okay.
So tell us about this. It's not going to get you bigger than me. Sorry. Donna, we want to find out what they mean by Kentucky is moist. Jamie laughed about that.
Not all our well, our city, you restaurants, and not all of our counties. Hold on, let me shut my dog up. Hold on.
It's okay. It's okay.
Not all my county was able to drink and sell liquor.
Okay. So it really depends on what side of the street you're on or the owner of the restaurant. I'm wondering how they decide who's who.
It depends on the size of the restaurant.
Huh, the size of the restaurant.
Mhm.
Well, that seems very unfair for the small business.
It also depends on, and well, when we first became wet, you had only a certain amount of people could get licensed. They had to not vote on it. They had to what's it called? They had to go down and not really vote. They had to, can't think what it's like an auction to get be able to go and
Like a bid, Jamie says, a bid.
that's a bid. Yeah, you got it right.
That's bizarre to me. Now, I know here in Texas, we have some counties are wet and some are dry.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or the other. And I believe that's probably voted on by your county officials, you know, those in the county offices. But that's funny that y'all are moist. So in the same county, there are some businesses do sell and some don't,
mm-hmm.
based on the bid of wow. So it's all about money, sort of. Is it money comes to money?
Yeah.
Because when you talk about bids, it comes down to money. Who can afford to bid and get that permission to be wet?
And restaurants have to be a certain size. Like if they seat only a certain amount of number of seats, they can't sell liquor.
Oh, wow.
A bigger size restaurant.
Interesting. Well, thanks for that tidbit. I bet that's a new fact that a lot of us didn't know about. Jamie did, and thank you for sharing it with us. Okay, now on to the real news of the day. It is Super Tuesday. Okay. Who are you voting for? Do you remember all of our candidates?
Ringo.
You're going to go with Ringo. Tell me why you're going with Ringo.
Well, because he's got that mean side in his on the outside, but deep down inside he's sweet.
Oh, so deep down on the inside he's sweet, but he comes out strong on the outside. Okay, well, your vote has been recorded. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome.
All right, bye, Donna. Okay, up next we have, I believe this is Aura. Aura, did I say your name correctly?
Yes, you did.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's great.
I watch all the time.
Where are you at? What state are you in?
Nyssa, Oregon.
In Oregon. Is it pretty
Yes.
cold up there about now? I imagine
Yes.
Oregon's getting some of that cold wind from up north. Okay. Have y'all got
Yeah.
any snow yet?
We had snow for about 2 hours and then it quit.
Yeah.
And that's the only moisture we've had since April 9th.
So y'all have gone through a drought yourself.
Yes, a big
Oh.
drought.
Oh, I had no idea that some of you guys up in the north were going through droughts. I keep up with what's happening here. And of course, it's important to us what's happening around us, because if we have to buy hay, the closer
Right.
it is, the cheaper it is. If they have to ship it from Mississippi or somewhere, then you're looking at the price going up the further it has to come. I had no idea that you guys way up there were also going through a drought.
Yes.
Do you guys have, has it affected you as far as animals or anything, or do you have animals?
I do not currently have any animals.
Okay.
But grass, all the fields farmers had trouble getting in any fluids of any kind to water crops.
Wow.
We're a huge onion and potato area.
Yes.
And so the onions are really hot and spicy this year because of the dryness. And the potatoes are small. The Idaho russets, which are famous worldwide, are really small this year compared to normal.
Wow.
And that's going to make a huge economic impact.
Yeah.
Because everybody buys Idaho russet potatoes because of their size. They're great bakers.
Yeah.
They're a good sized potato. And this year they're about half the size of normal.
Wow. That's interesting. And that's really sad. I didn't know you guys are going through the drought as well. Well, hopefully you'll get more snow, even though you probably hate the snow. But
I do, but we need it so bad.
Right. You certainly do. Well, so who are you voting for in our little barnyard representative here?
I have to go with Donkey Dan as a write-in because
Donkey Dan.
He is one of the original survivors.
Okay.
He never sways his opinion. When he's got something focused, he sticks to it. Nobody changes his mind with food or attitude. He's very easygoing. He's a great listener, and he's solid. He's stable in his views.
And of all of our animals, Donkey Dan is the one that will ride out the storm. He will ride out the storm and just take it right in the face, and he'll just stand there and he's a very strong candidate. And so you write in for Donkey Dan. Well, thank you for your vote and for all of that, and bless you guys up where you're at. And we hope that you get some rain or snow, whatever you need pretty soon. Thank you, Miss Ora. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. Coming up next, we got Grace. Grace,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. Look, I got your I'm a Survivor shirt on.
Oh my God. Do you think that your vote should count twice?
Yes. You
Amy,
don't
she's
know.
wearing her merch. Should her vote count twice?
And it wasn't even planned.
Hey, with all of the voter fraud, or at least all of the allegations of voter fraud, I shouldn't even have said that, because even saying things could get me on the hot seat here. I don't want to be called in front of all the barnyard animals and have to answer questions under oath. I don't want to do that. But they may have to call you in too. But so I'm keeping my hands right here. So how fun is this? Grace, so who are you going for with your vote this year?
I have to go with Trudy.
You're going with Dick Trudy. Could you tell us why you're going that way?
Yeah, because well, I just think they're all tough characters.
Okay.
They're not going to put up with any guff.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think Trudy is ever too rough on them, whereas Ringo might knock your knees out, and Cornholio might chase you around the pasture. So
Trudy's just gonna oink at you really loud.
yeah, she's gonna be happy if you just give her some food.
Yeah, the only embarrassing thing is I believe those guys have a lot of fancy formal dinners and stuff, and Trudy is gonna make a total fool of herself when they bring out her formal dinner and she begins to roll around in it. But hey, to each their own. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Grace.
Thank you.
Thank you for voting.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's cute. All right, so this is going pretty good. Jamie, can you count and tell me how many votes we've had so far? Remember, we're going to stop this at 20 because this could go on all day.
9.
So we're only at 9. We're halfway there. Ginger, how are you?
Hello, hi.
It's good to see you. Where are you at? What state are you in?
I'm in the UK.
Oh my gosh, you're over in the UK. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but so we have, I mean, you guys obviously are a democracy. So you have elections. Today is a big election day for us, not for president, but it's for a lot of the other seats in Congress, and which is pretty important. You know, with our style of government, all three houses, all three forms of, is it houses of government? Or of equal importance. So we're trying to figure out, in this case, if it came to a rep to our barn of representatives, who would you vote for and why?
I'll vote for Pig Trudy.
Okay, you like Pig Trudy.
She's a daddy girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to ask, Ginger, are you also a daddy's girl?
No, my dad
No?
passed away 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was maybe not, but he never been in my life, but I always had him in my heart.
Okay, in your heart.
Yeah.
I was going to say, a lot of times people sometimes find different bonds, things that glue them to people. And I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you could kind of see a little bit of yourself in Pig Trudy as being a daddy's girl. Well, I hope you don't, but it's not, you don't roll in your food though, right? It's not a food thing. Well, she is a sweet girl, and I'll tell you what, she's one of my favorites. So thank you for your vote. We have it recorded, and it's a pleasure. How did you find our page? I'm curious. You're all the way across the big pond.
Yeah.
And how in the world did you find us?
I found it years ago. I think it was like Magrun or the Harvey. Yeah. And it was since then I've been following you and Lee, Jake, Bree, everyone doing so good.
Well, bless you. We appreciate you doing that. All of our channels, I think, are pretty different. I don't think any of our channels are exactly the same, even though it's always a lot of the same content and a lot of the same animals. We all have a different way of a video style or video styles.
You're my number one.
Oh, and well, you know what? I already have a weakness for that English accent. So be very, very careful here because Jamie is right behind me and she's going to start giving me looks. I can't even look up right now. I will not even look up.
You are terrible.
Hold on. Before you leave, I have to ask, do you guys have guineas in the UK?
No, nobody.
Okay. I'm Jamie. I said, I'm packing up and I'm moving.
Come here.
I am going to the UK because I'm sick of guineas. I am sick of them.
Too much rain here too. Too much rain and cold.
You have a lot of rain, but a lot. But you know what? We like rain. Now, maybe not too much, but we do need rain. So
yeah,
the UK might be the place for me.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah,
You're a beautiful soul, and thank you for your vote.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye now, Ginger.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Did you record that vote?
I did.
Okay. Now, is that number 10? Okay. We have 10 more to go, guys. We have 10 more to go. And we're moving through them pretty fast. We're moving through them pretty quick. Here we go. Up next, we have Kira. Kira, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I believe I've spoken to you before.
A couple of times.
A couple of times. Well, you are really fast on the keyboard, Kira.
You gotta be.
So we're curious who you're voting for. Who are you going for in our local elections here?
I am gonna pick Ringo. He's the original OG.
So we're going for Ringo as the original OG, okay? And your vote has been recorded. Are you doing okay today?
I'm good today. I'm doing real good.
It's good to hear your voice. It's good to see you again. Thank you for your vote.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Probably next time we go live, you'll be here again, aren't you?
That's right.
I love that. Thank you for being so attentive and being for all of the lives. I appreciate that a lot.
Bye.
Bye, Kira. Okie dokie. Next up, we have Pam. Pam, how are you?
Good, Lester. How are you?
I'm good. Did I startle you?
A little bit. I didn't think I'd get in.
Hey, you're in. So how did it feel? You're sitting there in your recliner, and all of a sudden your face pops up onto your device.
You scared me because I've been wanting to talk to you for a while.
Oh no. Is there something like we can talk about real fast, or is it like a long conversation?
No, just that I love your videos, and I look
Oh.
forward to getting up and seeing that first video of the day.
Oh, well, we appreciate you. Do you watch Facebook or YouTube?
Facebook mostly, but I
Okay.
watch them on YouTube both. I kind of go back and forth and watch
Back
them
and
all
forth?
more than once.
Oh, I was going to say, because normally we do Facebook in the morning, first thing. That's for we call that our coffee drinkers, but I
That's
guess
me.
not everyone has coffee. That's you then. So we like to have a video up in the morning for our coffee drinkers, and it's usually one of my videos. And then, of course, I put my videos on YouTube a little bit later because this is not hold true across the board, but I think that most of the YouTube crowd are those that wake up a little bit later,
Right.
or they get on videos a little bit later. And I only know that from when I look at my analytics, it shows me what is the peak time. And so we have a peak time for Facebook in the morning, and our peak time for Facebook is from 12 until about 6 in the afternoon. So I don't really know the who's or the whys about it. I can't really break down why it's that way, but I've always been baffled by why are Facebookers more morning people, and YouTube are more afternoon people. So it's interesting. Anyway, thank you for your compliment. As far as your vote goes, now that's what really matters today. Where are you leaning this year in our barn of representatives vote?
I am going for Trudy because I like it. She's that early warning system when you have the goats out foraging.
That is true. No one's talked about it. Jamie, we got to vote for Pig Trudy over here. No one's talked about that yet. As our goats are off with their heads to the ground doing their thing, Trudy is the one who's up and about, making rounds, looking at the road, watching and smelling for any kind of danger. And it's neat because once she or Pig Newton, who they do it together, they
Right.
sometimes will tag team it, they make a certain sound. And once the goats hear that sound, they turn and run. And I can holler and shake my bag and say it's okay, but they will not come back. Trudy is that much of a leader. They listen to what she says. So that's a neat little vote. Thank you for noticing that, and thank you again for the compliment about the videos and stuff.
Absolutely. And hi to Jamie.
Jamie, she's here behind me. She is cooking. She looks like she's doing some stuffed bell peppers, which is one of my favorite meals in the world. So I'm excited about that. Hey, thank you for your time and for your vote, okay?
All right, take care.
Talk to you soon, ma'am. Bye
All
now.
right, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Okay, Jamie, that right there was number 11, I
This
believe.
stuff is really small. You need to do like that.
Is the people too small?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Now when you let them in, they'll be the other two.
like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi there again. So you think you're gonna get 2 votes today, huh?
No, that's okay. One's good.
All right, I'm trying to figure out my computer. Jamie said that we were showing up so small, so now I'm gonna make it where we're a little bit larger now. Okay. All right. So Pam, you voted for Pig Trudy, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we got that vote recorded. Okay. Thank you, Miss Pam.
All right, take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Next up, we're at vote number 12, and we're going with Miss Suzanne. Suzanne, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Where are you at?
Aubrey, Australia.
You're in Australia?
Aubrey, Australia, yep.
Oh my God. What? Okay, so right now, is that clock correct, Jamie?
It's 6:30 on Wednesday morning.
Wait, it's already Wednesday there. So that's good to hear. So the world will still be here on Wednesday. Okay, good.
Correct.
I always worry if the world's going to end, but if I talk to someone in Australia, I can find out if we're still going or not. So
Yes.
we will still be here tomorrow at least by 6:30. I'm teasing you. Hey, so all the way in Australia, I have to ask you this first. How in the world did you find out about this little old farm here in Texas, United States? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was back when your first Harvey video came out.
Okay, after the hurricane.
I got sick when I was in the army, and I was on my iPad all the time, and I found that.
Ah, you saw that viral video.
Yeah.
And you've been around for a long time.
Yep, old now.
Well, I appreciate you following along for so long. So of these three babies that we're voting for with Ringo, Cornholio, and Big Trudy, or any of the write-ins, who's going to get your vote, your Australian vote?
Ringo.
So the Australian vote goes to Ringo. Could you tell us why you're going with Ringo?
Because he reminds me of one of my sons.
Tell me about this particular son.
He's rough on the outside, but soft in the inside.
That is definitely Ringo. You know, it's hard to catch Ringo on the soft side, but it's true. You know what?
He also reminds me of one of my dogs because of his arthritis.
Because
one of my dogs moves with his back legs like Ringo does with his front legs.
Really? That's interesting. No, that is true, though. Ringo does have a very soft middle. The problem is sometimes he can surprise you. He'll walk up kind of tough.
Yeah.
On him, I sometimes pet his little goatee, his little beard, and he seems like he loves it. And then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, he'll look at you and he'll just turn into the devil, and he'll do something just so evil. But you have to always keep your eye out when you're hanging around Ringo. But
I think that's why I like him. Because he's naughty.
Because he's naughty. Yeah, well, you Australians, I've heard about you Australians now, Suzanne. I'm teasing. Well, hey, thank you for.
Can I ask one question quickly?
Yes, please.
Where do you find your email address?
Where do you find the email address? You can go to either one of our Facebook pages.
In Australia, it's blocked out.
It's blocked? Well, here's what I'm going to do then. I will write it on the bottom of the page.
It's just easier for me to type than to write these days, that's all.
Okay. Well, can you see that? Does that pop up for you right there? Did that pop up? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. Thank you.
Lester's Place at yahoo.com is my email address, and that's fine. Okay. Well, thank you for your vote, and it's a pleasure talking to you. And I'm looking forward to your email.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Reading emails. Okay. Bye, ma'am. Take care. Bye. It's good to see you. Bless you. Okay. We are still going, Jamie. We're still going. What number are we on? That was 12. Okay.
That was 13, actually.
That was 13. Okay, so we're on vote number 14. Cheryl, hello.
Well, hi, Lester.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
I'm surprised I made it.
Hey, I'm blessed to see you. Cheryl, you are actually vote number 14, so we are getting down towards the end. Okay. And I don't want to give out the numbers. I don't know if people are keeping count in their heads or not, but I'll tell you what, we have a pretty good runoff going here. I have to find out, who are you going for and why?
Well, I've given thought to all three.
Okay.
And I just want to tell you, I've got, in my head, I have Pig Trudy as the speaker of the barn dominium. You have Cornholio as like the court jester, because, you know, he runs people off that he doesn't think needs to be in there.
Okay.
And Ringo is my vote for.
So your vote goes for Ringo. You have a place for all three, but your vote's going for Ringo.
Yeah.
Jamie walked off, but I'm going to take this pen and I'm going to put that mark right where it belongs. Excuse me. Okay. Your vote has been counted, Cheryl.
And I'm in Ohio.
And you're in Ohio. How's your day going today?
Good. Getting ready to go vote myself.
Okay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to eat, and then we're going to clean up a little bit and get all this stuff off and run up and vote. When I drove. So I don't know what just happened. Something just changed on my computer. I still see you though. Okay. Well, thank you for your vote, Miss Cheryl, and bless you.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll see you later. Bye now. Okie dokie. We are still moving along, my friends. We're still moving along. I want to take that off. I want to remove that. Oh, coming up next. What a beautiful name. Penelope.
Hey, Lester.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hold on. Do I hear an accent?
You do?
Where are you from?
I'm from the wonderful country of Wales in the United Kingdom.
So you're a part of the United Kingdom, Wales.
Yeah, but I do live in North Carolina now.
But okay, so you just brought your accent with you then. Why not?
I siarad Cymraeg I chi, dim siarad lychre.
Wait, repeat that a little bit slower.
I siarad Cymraeg, dim siarad lychre.
You know, so not only are you do you have the accent, but are you saying something in maybe a kind of a
Yes, in Welsh. We have our own language.
Welsh? Did you say Welsh?
Welsh, W-E-L.
Welsh. Welsh.
Yeah.
You know what? Now listen to me. I had no idea. I had no idea. I am so sorry. I had no idea. I just lost Penelope. Penelope, it went black. There you are.
Sorry, I did send a couple of years ago a voice message to you because you were asking about different. It was when you used to do the flags.
Okay. I remember that.
Yeah, and I did send a little message.
And I was able to hear your voice and oh, that's beautiful.
But I don't think you understood a word I said.
Oh, well, people don't understand a word I say most times either. So
yeah, and I work in retail in Walgreens and get away with murder because they have no idea what I'm saying.
Don't you just love that?
I do love it. I do.
Yeah, it's funny how different parts of even the country here, we all have our own accents and sometimes our own language. We know things, but I can sit here and listen to Jamie talk to folks in her occupation, and I don't understand much what they're talking about. I don't get it.
No.
And she can hear me talk to teacher friends, and we have our own language also. So even though it's English, there's acronyms for different things, and we all just kind of get it. And so that's just kind of the way it goes. But hey, it's a pleasure talking to you, Miss Penelope.
So listen, I'm voting for Ringo. He's my man.
Gonna go there. Why Ringo? Why is Ringo your man?
Well, Ringo, he's a tough little nut. He knows how to lead.
Okay.
But a little soft, gooey side to him. You need a good leader. And, I like the fact that sometimes he just drops to his knees. Every woman needs that in a man. Know your place.
Oh, I like that.
But I'd also like to vote for Trudy as his vice.
Oh, okay. So she has a place. Ringo is going to be the one who's going to lead us.
Because he needs it. If his knees betray him, he'll need someone good to lead. Good woman. She's a tough woman.
She is a tough woman.
Yeah, she'll take no messing. So I think she's a good backup. I would for her to be the actual leader, but as other people have pointed out, her table manners, they're a little bit dodgy,
Right.
Yeah. So
I appreciate your comment, and I love the way you elaborated on that, and because that's pretty powerful actually. So thank you so much, Miss Penelope, and it's a pleasure talking to you.
You take care.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Bye, Miss Penelope. All righty, guys, we're moving along pretty fast. We're moving along pretty good. Next, we have Tess, and it says Tess from the UK. How are you?
I'm good, Lester. I'm so shocked that I'm even on here.
I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot, making you choose who you think should lead this farm into the future here as our barn of representatives. I know you guys also have a House of Representatives, I believe, a part of your parliament. Do you not call them the House of Representatives or not?
House of Commons, yeah.
House of Commons.
Lords.
Okay, fine. Then we're the Barns of Commons. Okay, so we'll be the Barn of Commons then, if we relate it to the UK terms. So who do you think should lead us then? Now, of course, we have Ringo, Cornholio, Pig Trudy, and there's also been a write-in with Donkey Dan. What are your thoughts and why?
Ringo.
You're going with Ringo.
He's like a chocolate eclair. Hard on
You're going to have to elaborate on that one. A chocolate eclair. I know exactly what they are because I've had plenty of them.
Yeah.
But tell me why Ringo reminds you of a chocolate eclair.
Because he's hard. He's got a really good character about him, and he's got that soft, lovely chocolate center.
Oh wow, he's gonna be he'll be bashful when I show him this and we talk about all these things. I'm gonna walk out and show him the tallies, and I believe he may just Yeah, he'll be excited to see this. And so
I
thank
love
you so much
Ringo.
for your vote and for elaborating. It's a pleasure talking to you. Could
And I
I
love
ask
all
you real
your
fast?
videos.
Oh, could I ask you real fast how you found out about this page? Because it always baffles me how the page and just things in general can grow and spread. And so
Hurricane Harvey.
it was Harvey, the Harvey video. That
Yeah.
probably was one
And
of the most
when I watched
widespread.
that and saw how emotional you were, I was totally hooked.
Oh.
And I've gone back through, I think I've seen every single video you've ever put up.
So you're one of those binge watchers, and you'll just sit down and watch them and play one after another after another. So
Totally hooked. Yeah.
I forgot who I was talking to, but somebody went with their channel and went back and they made a subcategory where they took all of what they thought were their most relevant videos that pertain to the growth of their farm, and they put all of those in order. And they did that so that anyone who comes along who's new doesn't have to kind of like pick and choose and guess your way around, because sometimes titles can be misleading. You know, the thumbnails can be misleading, but they actually made their videos in order of which ones you really should watch if you want to know how we got to where we're at. And so I told Jamie, one day I'm going to do that. One day I'm going to sit down with the videos. And, you know, some are just fun videos. Some are just funny videos, goofy videos, silly videos. And some are very relevant in who we are and how we got here. And so obviously it would all start with the Hurricane Harvey video. And then what I would do is kind of just find the ones that pertain to the growth of the sanctuary and put those all in a playlist. So anyone who wants to kind of catch up can go straight to there, and then go to the other ones just for filler, for fun stuff, to get a good laugh and whatnot. So
I like watching them all in order.
Yeah, the order is important. I agree.
Yeah.
That's what's
I
so
love the one with you with Carl.
Oh. Did you say Carl?
Yes.
Could you say Carl again?
Carl.
You know, they laugh at me for the way I say Carl. I say Carl in 2 syllables. Carl, Carl.
Jamie laughs at a few of your words, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She does. So Carl.
Love it.
You like Carl videos. Okay. Hey, and you're voting for Ringo because he's like a chocolate eclair. Okay, I will let him know that you said that, okay?
Thank you.
A pleasure talking to you.
And you.
Have a great day, a great afternoon. Bye now. That was funny. I'm going to have to count real fast, guys. Give me a moment, because we said we're going to stop at 20. I don't want you to see this. So, okay, so we are at 16. So we have 4 more votes, guys. We have 4 to go. 4 to go. Coming up next, we have Christine. Christine.
Hi, how are you?
All laid back, just waiting to sleep time.
I am. The kids are at school and the husband's at work.
Oh, so wow, you get some time alone and you choose to spend it with us. Well, how blessed are we for that? Oh, so you're not is that a boxer?
Oh yes.
Is that a boxer? What is her name?
Renly.
Say again?
Renly.
Renly?
Renly.
Are you walking over? Oh, look how beautiful. Oh, look at the little face. Oh my goodness.
He's my little shadow.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Aren't they just a lovable breed of dog? Just
Gosh, I got him for my husband, and
Yes.
I brought him home. It was a last minute thing, and he attached me on the ride home, and my husband has nothing to do with him now.
Well, the mistake you made was female dogs attach usually to male owners, male humans, and vice versa. The male dogs will attach more to their female humans. You didn't know that? That might not be scientific, but it's been my experience.
Okay.
And so female, it's true. Female dogs have always attached more to me than anyone else. And a lot of times when we've had males, they've attached more to my partner. So it's crazy, but I think there's some truth to it. And we're going to talk about that one day. I'd be curious to see how many other people feel the same way. So you brought him for your husband, yet y'all become.
He's my.
Well, you have a really nice shadow there. I have to say.
Absolutely.
Is he protective of you? Does he like?
Yes, absolutely.
No one
I
gets
do
close
love
to Christine, huh?
fighting the blow dryer.
That's funny. That's awesome. Well, as far as our barnyard animals go, who are you thinking would you like to see represent us in our barn of representatives?
Barn of I'm gonna go with Ringo. He has a way with everybody that visits the farm. I mean, he keeps everybody in line. I just love him, and any video you post of him, I'm drawn.
You're glued to the Ringo videos.
Absolutely.
Well, he is a major character around here. He's a lot of fun. And, there was a time when I used to always say, maybe, I don't know how long you've been watching our videos, but there was a time when I used to always say, if there could only be one, if I could only have one, and I would have picked Ringo. And it surprised people to say, wait, you'd pick Ringo over Tex or over, this one or that one. And it's true. I would have picked Ringo. And there's something about Ringo that I've always been drawn to him. I love the little tough guy in him.
Yep.
So protective. He'll go up against anybody. And it's so hard seeing him get older. And how do I say this in a tactful way? But knowing that at some point he'll make that transition, and it's just going to break me. It's going to break me. It breaks me thinking about it. Yeah. And it's one thing when we lost Maggie, it happened so sudden, and so that's hard. That was so very hard. But with Ringo and we have other animals that you can kind of see the slow decline. I believe it is the same when we have parents or grandparents who are getting older, and you begin to realize that their days are numbered. Yeah. Which all of our days are numbered. What am I saying? But Ringo, there's days when he barely gets up and gets out. He'll stay and he'll lay around the barn the entire day, and we end up taking his food to him. And then other days he'll come up and he'll meet you at the gate and he'll give you a good right between the legs. Yeah. So you're like, he's still alive for now. He's still
so through losing my uncle last year, and he, you sit and watch him. He was the protector of the family. Big buff, 6'5", 300 pounds. He put people in their place, and he got cancer, and he was 150 when we lost him. And to sit there and watch him dwindle away to nothing, and they lose the light in their eye, and it's sad to watch, and to watch it every day. It hurts you. It definitely brings you down to there.
No, it does hurt you. I've been real blessed. I've talked about this before, but as far as people in my life, I really have never lost anyone I was super close to. I can honestly say that. And so, but animals, for example, I don't know if you ever watch any of the Longhorn Lester videos, but I have Tina, who's one of our female ostriches, who had pretty much found herself where she was ready to give up. She had lost that light in her eyes. You could see that the light was gone. I have never used that expression before, but it makes perfect sense. And with goats, oftentimes goats, when they are ready to give up, they'll go stand in the corner. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but they'll find a place to stand in the corner, and they'll just stand there, and they'll eventually lay down there, and they'll die there. And it's the most, and once they find their corner, their place in the corner along the wall, it's almost impossible to get them back to life. And so what we discovered with Mr. Huck was there was a time, I feel like I'm going to get emotional, and I don't mean to, but there was a time before Longhorn Lester's when Mr. Huck was living here, and he went to the corner, and he stood in the corner, and he did it for 2 days. And I was not ready to see Huck go. And you want to know the neatest thing? We took Huck to Longhorn Lester's. First what I did, I allowed him out of the pasture. I said, you're not going to stand here and die. I'm not going to let you stand here and die. And so Jamie and I brought him out of the pasture. So now he's has access to whatever he wants. And we allowed him just to go into the barn, tear open the feed bags, be a goat and just tear everything up. But in that, he found a little bit of a reason to live. And so we refused to put him back into the pasture, because in the pasture, he felt like he had no place. And so when we moved the goats over to Longhorn Lester's, the other property, we have 10 acres that we fenced in for our goats. And we took Mr. Huck with the other goats and we gave him the bell to wear. And I'm not sure if you know, but the significance of the goat who wears the bell is the lead goat.
Yeah.
And the other goats begin to conform to whatever the leader says we're going to do. And so since that day, Mr. Huck has never had a bad day. He gets up and he meets you at the gate. And when we open them and let the goats go down towards the woods or wherever they're grazing, he leads the way and all these other goats fall in line behind him. And he has this purpose now. He has this wonderful purpose, and it has made the light come back into his eyes, like you said. And then with Tina, Tina is an ostrich who has she's lame. She has a bad leg. And there are times of the year where her leg, it gives her, she has trouble standing. And I moved Tina out of the pasture away from all the other ostriches, thinking that would give her a chance to relax her leg, not have to fight for her food, not have to compete for food. All the food would be hers. But she laid there, and at first she would eat, and then she just kind of stopped eating. She stopped getting water, and I saw that light leave her eyes. And so people in the comments were screaming at me that she's a herd animal. She needs to be with the herd. And so my friend, Rick, I don't know if you've ever met Rick. He has another channel, and he talks a lot about animal behaviors. And he said, Lester, he goes, even if she dies, he goes, let her die with her kind. Don't leave her to die alone. Oh, I'm about to break again, Jamie. And I did. I took her and I moved her out with the babies, the baby ostriches. And all of a sudden, here we are that was last Friday. So however many days that's been. And all of a sudden, the light has returned to her face. She may still sit a lot, but she sits high and proud, and her neck is up. And when it comes time to eat, she'll make sure that the babies know that I'm the head honcho here. I eat first, and her wings come out so pretty. And so I think it's all about purpose. Animals sometimes, like humans, we have to have a purpose. And so I feel horrible for the amount of waste that big, strong guy lost, and how you said he lost the light, But I guess I don't even know where my story came from, besides that we have similar examples of seeing people or animals, those that we love, sometimes begin to decline. Yeah. And so I'm sorry about the loss, but I'm glad you have your shadow right there. What a beautiful, wonderful guy. I have a fondness for boxers, obviously. I have 2 of them, and I've had 6 through the course of my adult life. So I've had 6. Yes, ma'am. And I love boxers. They are by far my favorite of all dog breeds. So anyway, did I ever get a vote from you? Did you ever vote?
Ringo. And one nominate Nate for sheriff.
Okay, I did write it down. I'm sorry I got distracted and went off on that, but thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And yes, bless you, and take care of that little guy beside you there.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, guys and girls, we need 3 more. We're looking for 3 more votes. We are at 17, 18, 19, 20. We're looking for 3 more votes. All right. Are we ready? Here we go. Next up, we have Leah. Leah, how are you?
It's Leah.
Leah, okay. Well, how was I supposed to know that? Now, don't say I'm the only one that's ever called you Leah.
No, it's a teacher thing. Growing up, substitute teachers and everything in school would always call me Lee, Lay, or Leah.
Lee, Lay, or Leah. Okay,
Yeah.
So you like Leah.
I like Leah.
Leah. Okay. Well, that's how you would spell Leah, so I guess we're okay. Leah, how are you doing? Where are you at?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Oh, I bet it's cold up there. Sheesh.
It's been cold, but we've had some days that it's 75 degrees during the day and 30 degrees at night. So
so it's not like blistering cold yet or anything.
No.
You're fine.
No.
So as far as our little informal vote here of our leader of our barnyard, who are you going to go with and why?
I'm gonna vote for Ringo.
You're going for Ringo.
I love his personality. I love how
Okay.
he can flip a switch and go from a sweet little guy to a little jerk and just.
Now, is that a good thing for a leader to have, Leah? Is that a
I
good
think it can be. I think it can be a positive thing.
Just flip that switch and just from one, yeah, okay, there's nothing wrong with that then. I think that's awesome. That's your reasoning behind it. And I have to ask, have you voted today or do you plan on voting today?
I voted early. They let us
You
vote
voted early. Good for you. Okay.
So I
Jamie
did.
and or say again?
I did vote early.
Good for you. Okay. Well, thank you for voting there and for voting here. It's a pleasure talking to you.
I just need to tell you thank you because you guys helped me through a lot of hard times and I watch you every single day. So I just need to say thank you to you.
Would you want to talk about your times or not necessarily?
I can talk about them.
I would love to hear this.
Well, I'm just struggling. I'm a single mom. I have 4-year-old twins. One of them is autistic.
Boys or girls?
Boy and a girl.
Okay.
And then I also have a 16-year-old who just got his license. So.
Oh my gosh. How scary is that?
It's scary.
Okay.
Scary. But I also struggle from anxiety and depression. So that's been pretty much my whole life. Ever since I was a child, I've had anxiety, and then the depression has just grown as I've gotten older. And I look forward to your videos every day. You help me through some really hard times.
I appreciate you saying that. It's tough to talk about anxiety and depression to people who have never experienced it or who don't experience it. And they just don't get it. They just don't get it. And it's kind of like, come on, man, just snap out of it, man. Look around, you're blessed. And I would say to you, if I didn't know, I would say, look, you got a 16-year-old, you got your twins, you got life is doing pretty good. You got your youth, you're a pretty lady, but people don't get it. They don't get it that it's a cloud that blows in. I feel like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but it can be sunny and bright outside, but sometimes that little cloud of darkness just kind of like floats around you.
Yep.
And I'll tell Jamie, I'm like, hey, I'm just kind of in a funk, and she'll want to know why. She demands to know why. And she's like, what have I done? What have I done?
Sometimes there's just not a reason. Sometimes it just happens and you can't get out of it.
Yeah. There's not a way out of it. And so what do you do? Have you found any ways of like self-therapy to get you out of it?
The biggest thing that helps me is going for walks. I sometimes go on 2 or 3 walks a day, and they range anywhere from a couple blocks to a couple miles. I have the time to do it. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I get out as much as I can.
Would you believe that what I found the most therapeutic is stuff like this?
Yeah.
Number one, knowing that I'm not a weirdo. I'm not alone in this world with this cloud that floats around me. There's a lot of people that either email or sometimes comment or write letters who've struggled through the same thing. A lot of folks who are older than, you and I, who went through years where no one understood it and they were shunned upon. Is that a word? Shunned upon or looked down at. And so at least I think now people are beginning to realize that, hey, this is something that we should look into. It's not. So I'm blessed to know you, and I'm glad that you found a way to treat and at least cope with what you deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And with your autistic, is it autistic son or daughter?
My son.
The son is autistic. How severe, if you don't mind me asking?
He's, I can say he's not anymore. He was nonverbal.
Uh-huh.
But he gets therapy 5 days a week in our home.
Okay.
Therapist comes to our house a couple hours a day.
Okay.
And in the last probably 3 weeks, he started counting.
Uh-huh.
Today, he said the ABCs for the first time.
Oh, did you just cry?
I just cry. It melts my heart because he went from not talking. I mean, he still doesn't say hi or mama or anything like that. So when he spits out the ABCs, it just blows me away. Like, I can't believe that he's doing it, and I'm happy we have video proof of it because there's no way of even believing that he would do it otherwise.
You have probably shared that video with everyone that you know. You probably have been messaging that. So I know that people are ready for me to rush on through this, but I got to tell you one funny story about my son, LE, was also very nonverbal at the beginnings. And for 2 years, he didn't say a word. And we were terrified there was something wrong because by 2 years, kids should be, you know, and LE wasn't. And so I remember that his very first words, I was driving him to his daycare. Now, I need to let you know that we had already had people come to the house because at that age, you can't put on a hearing test and all of those kind of things. So at that age, they have to have someone come by and observe and figure out if it's hearing or what kind of, you know, so is it some kind of a, you know, there's so many things they can test for. And so we had been told that everything seemed fine. Cognitive levels were all fine. His hearing was fine. They could tell because he would react to things that he heard around the house. And it was just pretty much, it was just kind of written off that some kids start later than others. And so I swear he was almost 2 years old and the little guy had not said a word. And so I never knew what my son was going to sound like whenever he finally started speaking. So one morning I'm driving to school and he was in the back seat. I took him to daycare and the truck in front of me had a ladder that was not secured and it fell off the guy's truck. And I had to swerve to miss that ladder. And I knew in that quick movement, I didn't want to scare LE, my older son. So I says, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And get this. All of a sudden, I'm going to cry. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And I looked in my mirror and he goes, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And I heard this voice of a voice I'd never heard. I'd never heard his voice. And it was the first time that I'm hearing a word. And his first word was not mama, not dada, nothing like that. It was uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And all of a sudden, he heard himself talk. Now, in those days, we didn't have cameras on our phones, but we did have voice recordings on our phone. So as fast as I could, I know, I'm driving, I'm looking into my mirror, I'm hearing this, I'm crying. I get my phone and I found voice record and I press that little button and I had a voice recording of this little kid in the back seat saying, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. All the way to his school. I just cried and cried and cried and loved him and hugged him and cried and cried. And I sent that voice recording to anyone who was able to receive a message back in those days. And no one believed me. His mom didn't believe me. I had to show her and we both cried together. But so I know a little bit, I connect with you on hearing your son and his, and you know, the ABCs and all that. So beautiful story. Thank you for sharing it with us. And thank you for your vote. You did say Ringo, right?
Yep, Ringo.
Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, good. Hey, it was a pleasure talking to you.
You too.
And I hope to talk to you again soon.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, my friends, we are looking for 2 more votes. Jamie, we're getting very close. We need 2 more. 2 more, Jamie. Renee, how are you? Oh, you're on mute. Take off the mute. We have to be able to hear you. I still can't hear you. Now turn your volume up. So Renee, oh, you have those on. That's what it is. Okay, we're not able to hear you. So here's what you can do. You can either spell out the R, spell out the C, or spell out the P for Pig Trudy. Or if you choose to write somebody in, it's going to have to be like this. And I'm going to have to really be looking. Oh, hold on. She says, hold on. She says, give her a second. Where is she going? Okay, wait. Oh, is that chalk? What is she doing? I don't know what. No, I can't hear a word. I don't know what you're saying. No one can hear you. Jamie, it's not just me. Renee, spell it out to us. Okay, I'm just going to say what is she doing? Here, write it on my back. Write it on my back. Right across there. Are you saying Pig Trudy? Are you saying Cornholio? Are you saying Donkey Dan? Okay, you're going with Ringo? You're going with Ringo? Okay, Ringo it is. Okay, I am happy to record your vote for Ringo. I'm sorry we couldn't hear you. I think it might be something with the AirPods or AirPods. They have to be, no, we can't hear a thing. All we see is your mouth moving. But hey, we got your vote anyway. Thank you. That was actually kind of fun. I wish I could have felt that across my back, though. That would have felt really good. I was going to write it again. Do it again. I need it one more time. Right across my back. So, all right. Thank you, Renee. Bless you. Have a great day. Okay. And last but not least, we have time for one more vote. And our vote is going to be from Miss Rhonda. Rhonda, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can hear you loud and clear.
I can't believe I did this. I don't know how to do anything.
Well, you found a way to do it.
I did.
Feel bad. I feel bad for the folks who are in the lobby waiting because I'm not going to be able to get to all of them other votes. But you are my vote number 20. So I have to ask you, who are you going with for our leader of our barnyard, the House of Commons or the House of Representatives?
I have to go with Ringo.
Okay, tell me why you're going with Ringo.
Because I'm old. I have severe arthritis.
Okay.
My body aches and I got rheumatoid arthritis and I feel him when he gets down on his knee.
Oh, you feel his pain as he makes his way across the barnyard. Oh, I hear you. So are you able to take something to help treat any of that? Do you?
Yeah, I have to do shots in my stomach. 2 different kinds of shots.
Oh, do you give them to you? Do you give them to yourself?
Yep.
Oh, how in the world do you ever learn to do that?
It's rough. You should see my poor stomach with all the bruising.
I am so sorry. I can't imagine how
that's why I sit here now and I watch you and Jamie, and I especially love Jamie's Tuesday evenings.
Oh, so I was going to ask, are you going to watch today?
I usually watch you guys every single day.
Well, because I says, Jamie, you know that a lot of folks might be glued to the TV watching the election results.
Oh, no, you guys are more important than that.
All right, you heard that, Jamie. She's right here. So because she was actually thinking maybe I shouldn't do it. She shouldn't do it because she doesn't want to interfere with what the world, what everyone else is doing. And I says, Jamie, I think the people that wanted to see you are going to come watch you because the results are not going to go away. They'll be there tomorrow.
That's right.
So they'll be there.
You guys are so much more fun to watch.
We always laugh. I says, Jamie, sometimes the way it is now, you don't know who won till sometimes a week later. So why sit there and glue to the TV tonight just to find out who wins after the recount and then the recount and then the recount and
yeah, and I love the part that Jamie's from Illinois because I'm from Northwest Indiana, but my husband's family is all from parts of Illinois.
Jamie's going to be mad that I'm videoing her. Jamie.
Oh my God, I'm working.
We have a table full of clothes that she's folding. She gets so mad at me.
That's okay. I saw that table yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, so we have that table is served so many purposes around here. It is a place we fold clothes. It's a place that we sort out sometimes some of the gifts and goodies. It's a place for everything except eating dinners. We very seldom eat dinners there unless we have family or friends over.
Well, that's me and my husband sit in the living room and eat dinner. We never sit at the kitchen table.
Yeah. No, it doesn't get used. When we had folks over recently, the teams that came by and did some work here for us, Surviving I'm a Survivor, we sit at that table every night with those teams. And so that was really neat, sitting together, holding hands and say our prayers. And I says, Jamie, we need to probably get our family here, at least my kids and your kid here, more often to do this, because that is a lost tradition. Sitting around the table it's becoming a rarity in these days, you know?
Yeah, and I do have to tell you one thing.
Okay.
I had a golden retriever named Maggie.
Oh, no, you
And
didn't.
she passed, this has been 15 years ago.
Okay.
She passed away suddenly with a tumor that burst in her stomach.
Oh.
And I sat here and watched your video with your Maggie, and I
Yeah.
have cried and cried over Maggie, over your Maggie, because I know how much our animals love, and just it's just so heartbreaking to lose one of our animals.
It was been very tough. I felt embarrassed yesterday because I thought that I was past it. I thought that I was past it, you know, as far as the hurt from it. And I got a gift yesterday that I opened during my live. It was a picture that I'd never seen before. It was a picture, a photograph that some lady, oh my gosh, I forgot her name now. I've forgotten, but she had taken a screenshot of a video and put it in a frame. And I had never seen that. And I'm sitting there and my arms are wrapped around Maggie. And I don't know why, it just did something to me. It like, next thing I know, I was a wreck. I was a wreck, and my whole life was over. At that point, I couldn't talk anymore. I was done for. But bless you for what you're dealing with. I can't imagine the chronic, I guess they call that a chronic pain when you have it. It's just never going to end. I'm guessing, at least the stuff that I deal with, it will at some point go away. It will heal. If I could ever give it time to heal, it will. But I bless you for what you do and what you have to do for your pain. And your vote has been recorded, and it was a pleasure talking to you. And Jamie's here, so we've embarrassed her with the table.
I bless you guys for you guys bringing us into your lives and letting us watch, because people like me that can't really go out and do a lot, this is what I do. And I've watched your lives a lot, but I thought, well, I'm going to sit here and try this. And I thought, no, that ain't going to work. And I mean, I was totally
And here
shocked
you
with
are.
it.
Listen, I'm going to say this, Miss Rhonda, and you know, so I'm so on my screen. I don't know what you see on your screen on your end, but on my screen, it's like 3/4 of it shows you and me, and over on the side, I see all the comments. Is that how you see it, also, or not?
No, all I see is me and you at the top, and then the bottom is just a gray, and it just says you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you, and that's all I see.
Oh, okay. So as I read the comments, occasionally someone will come by and they say something like, I don't like when he has people on. I wish I could just see this, or I wish he would just, you know. But I think that we are in a very special position, Jamie and I, and all of us who have these social media platforms. And I know that there's so many stories that need to be told. There's so many stories that need to be told. And we can get that story in an email. We can get that story in a comment. Sometimes people will handwrite that story. But I tell you what, I love it when people come on and have a chance to share their story. And I know it takes time. I know it takes time. But you know what? Some things take time. And whenever we do this, I know that some people end up leaving and going on to the next channel or to the next video or whatever they're doing, and that's fine. But I love the fact that we're able to offer, not everybody at the same time, obviously, but people a chance to share their story, you know, because in here is a library. And I've said that quote before. I forgot exactly how it goes. But with every passing of, you know, a loved one, there burns a library or something to that effect. And I feel like there's so many stories out there. And an example is the last lady talked about her, was it her son that has the autism, and she had just heard his first words, or I'm sorry, maybe not his first words, but him saying the ABCs. and how touching that was for her. And that brought back a memory of mine that I'd forgotten about until today with my older son and his first words of "uh-oh, spaghetti-o."
Yeah, I heard that.
And so how neat that we're able to share things that people wouldn't know about each other. And so I could read your name or in your comment 100 times, and maybe I have, but this is the first time I get to see and hear. So we get to put a lot more of our senses into it when we can see you, we can hear you, and we can hear the emotion in your voice, and it just means a whole lot more to us. So thank you for taking the time and the courage. It's not easy for people to click that button and to know that there's 4,000 people sitting here staring at you right now, wondering what you're going to say.
Oh yeah, I know. I have this button that says leave, and I thought several times, I'll push that because I thought you'll never, I'll never come up on your screen. And then lo and behold, I'm the very last one of the day. And it's like my husband texted me like 15 minutes ago.
You're like, not now. I'm on hold.
I ignored him just so I could be here listening to you.
I love that. That's beautiful. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me and for sharing your story with all of us. It's a pleasure meeting you. Where you said Northern Indiana?
Yeah, I'm in Northwest Indiana. It's a town called Valparaiso.
Okay.
Right off of Lake Michigan.
Jamie knows right where you're at. She knows right where you're at.
And my husband's family is down by Carlinville, Illinois.
Okay. You know that one? Yeah. She knows that too.
Yeah.
You guys have your own little world up there. So that's awesome. Well, it's a pleasure, ma'am. Take care of yourself.
You take it easy and take care of that shoulder, because I want to keep seeing videos. I love your family's videos and everything.
Luckily, I can do videos with one hand. I can't work with one hand. Trying to load feed and unload feed is one of the hardest because having anything has to go up above your shoulder is so hard.
Yeah, I saw you. I think today I watched one. I think it was yesterday when Jamie was unloading, shoveling out of the dirt out of the truck, and you was feeling so bad because you were just in there watching.
Watch her work. I felt horrible about that. So
yeah, I just watched that video right before I turned this one on.
Well, bless you for watching both channels. That was, I believe, that's on the Longhorn Lester channel. So
yeah, I watched that one. I watched Jamie's at 6 o'clock every morning. I wait for my alert to come on telling me hers posted.
I love that. That's beautiful, Miss Rhonda. We love that, and thank you for being so supportive and loving of us. And it's a pleasure making your acquaintance. It really is.
Well, thank you.
All right, ma'am. All right, well, tell your husband we said hello. And you guys be safe up there, okay?
Okay. Bye.
All right. So, my friends, that right there is going to conclude our official vote. Now, for you four ladies who are still waiting down below, I'm going to bring you in so as you don't feel like you wasted your entire day on hold. Lori, we're watching you. Lori, look at Lori. Can you all see Lori's screen? Lori has no idea we're watching her. She's sitting there playing on her iPad. Jamie, come look. Lori has no idea that we're all sitting here staring at her. Look. I'm going to go ahead and take Lori off. That's embarrassing. I don't want to embarrass her like that. So for you three ladies, how are you all doing?
Good.
Heather, Christina, and Tina. So I will, the official vote's over, and no matter what anybody says, it's not going to change anything anymore because it's already we already have a winner. But I am curious, who would you guys have voted for? Heather, how about you?
Pick Trudy.
Pick Trudy. Okay. Yep. Why? Why would you have gone with Pick Trudy?
A Ringo, technically. You actually named our Balboa.
I did what?
You named our first rescue.
How did I name your first rescue?
Because we ended up with two goats that we had to rescue from LA apartment.
Okay.
You one because it looked like Ringo.
Okay.
Named him Balboa.
Balboa. That's cute. Christina, what do you have there? What's going on with you? Who is that handsome devil? Is that a little boy?
No, her name is Sansa.
Sansa. She's beautiful. Now that's not a German Shepherd, is she?
She's half husky and half Pomchi.
Okay, I see the husky in her face. She's beautiful. And who would you have voted for had you had a chance to vote?
Trudy, because when you first got her, people were saying, "Oh, she's gonna be bad for the farm because she's a feral hog," and she is grown to be the sweetest, biggest baby, and she is
Wow.
so protective.
No, I remember those emails and comments, and oh my God, I mean, she's going to kill them all, and she was going to kill them all. She's going to grow up and kill them all. And she has been just the sweetest little thing. She's amazing, and I do love her so very much. And she loves me. She loves me. Were you watching in all the days when she was little, where you take her on four-wheeler rides, and we put the little sweaters on her, and we had so much fun with her. But she's such a big girl now. There's no way she could do anything like that anymore. So that's interesting.
Rolls in food.
No, they grow. Yeah. You said girls and food?
I thought she rolls in food.
Oh, how she rolls in her food. I know. Yeah. I don't know why she does that. I've never understood that for anything, because it's all over her. And when it's all over her, she can't eat it. But maybe it's like look at me. I've got all the spaghetti, or I've got all the pasta, or whatever. I have no idea.
It's her body glitter.
That's her body glitter?
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah, that's probably the way she sees it too. I don't know. Tina, you've been quiet. What are you thinking? And what's on your shoulder?
This is my parrot. He's a Illager macaw.
Okay, she's beautiful. What's her name?
Oki is his name.
Oh, okay. Is it, you said a he?
He, yes, a he.
Does he say anything? Does he talk?
He says step up, but that's about it. He was a rescue. And so,
so he gets it from probably his owner saying, step up, step up, step up, step up. More
probably. But, he had like 11 or so different homes that he was in as far as rescues and that. And he was 12 when I got him. So he's had a really hard history.
Wow, well, bless you.
Yeah.
How did you learn about taking care of birds? I'm curious. That's not something that just anyone can do.
I learned it on the internet. In fact, I'm the one who's been messaging you and commenting all the time saying, you guys need to do something different for Tina with the tomatoes.
Oh, okay. So listen, so you don't know this yet, but the video that comes out, not Tuesday is about those messages where I actually say that I'm going to listen to the people in the comments and stop giving her tomatoes because of what y'all are saying. It could be leading to, or at least, not helping her at all with
contributing to. Yes. Yeah.
So I have read that, and the video that comes out on Tuesday, all of our videos are recorded a little bit ahead of time. And so that is my Thursday video, and you will see that. So thank you.
Good. I'm glad you guys got that. I've been worried about her.
I had no idea, but you do know that on her own, she is letting me know that tomatoes are not what she wants anymore. Mm-hmm. And so how neat that you guys are saying that. Now, are you the one that talked about gout, or could that be someone different?
I mentioned that too. Well, the inflammation for arthritis and things like that. Yes.
It's similar to gout in humans.
But like I said, I learned on the internet everything about parrots when I got him. And just reading about it, you find out that they recommend different things for their diet, like they can't have onions or things like that. But definitely, tomatoes are something they can have a little bit at a time, but not a lot.
Not the way I'm
hard because they love them.
Well, I tell you what, Jamie in her garden is growing romaine lettuce, and they are loving that stuff. So I'm able to feed that. It's weird. Oh no! Did you make a face?
No, I think it's great. I'm wishing that mine would want to eat it.
Okay. Yeah, no. So
they are particular. They're hard.
They don't care for iceberg lettuce like from the store, but she's growing romaine lettuce. And what's funny is I take it out to all of them in a big leafy stalk, and they bite little pieces off and let it drop. And I'm like, they don't want it or what? And then after they bite it, then they eat it from the ground. And so even if I break it in my hands into tiny bite-sized pieces, they don't want to eat it that way. They want to drop it and then pick it from the ground. It's the most bizarre behavior. And I don't know why they do it that way, but it's something that I guess I'll figure out with time. They'll eat tomatoes or grapes or other things from the hand. But with that lettuce, no matter how small you make it, they want to eat it from the ground. So I don't know. Go figure.
Okay. Kale is supposed to be good for birds too.
Kale?
And kale. And the iceberg doesn't do much of anything for them.
Well, Jamie says that she had lots of kale growing in our garden here at I'm a Survivor, but our peafowl, all the little peacocks that we were gifted from
yeah,
ate them all. So they're like eating down to the
well,
ground.
it's good for them.
Yeah. Oh, they're nice and healthy, I'm sure. Anyway, ladies, it's a pleasure talking to you all. I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the live now, if you guys don't mind. So thank you all for being a part of all
Thank you.
this. Tina, did you ever vote? Did I get a vote from you?
I didn't. My vote was for Trudy, though.
How crazy that all three of y'all would have gone for Trudy. Now, listen, she still wouldn't have won. She still would not have won. Ringo won, I would say, by a landslide, but that did bring it a little bit closer. But let me go ahead and close this part out. Thank you, ladies, for being a part of this. I appreciate y'all doing this. All right, bye now.
Bye.
All right, so let me see how to close this part out. There we go. Okay, so thank you all for doing that. That was a fun live. Guys, I want to say this again before I end the live today, that I understand that by me bringing folks on, that's not for everybody. And it's true that you might like to hear Jamie or me or whoever we're talking with or talking about. And that's why I've tried to do that at the beginning of the lives. But I do enjoy hearing stories. You know, I've always told you that I'm a reader, and I spend a lot of my time in the tub just reading through all the comments.
You are not doing lives from the tub anymore. Like, that can't happen. You cannot make these lives
for
from the
sure,
tub.
there'll be no lives done from the tub, Jamie says. So fine, well, we will not do any lives from the tub. So not to worry about that. But that's where I do a lot of my reading from. And like I said, not only do I read my comments, I read Jamie's comments, I read Ellie's comments, I read Brienne's, Jake's. I just read people's comments because I want to know what is going on with everything, and I'd like to see what kind of things you guys are noticing. And so I will take a closer look at some things that have been brought up over and over. Like she said, that thing with Tina, but that was before Rick said it. You guys were saying it. So many of you were saying it. And I kept saying, oh, they don't know that those other birds are going to make Tina's legs worse. These people have no idea that those other birds are going to make her compete for her food. Those other birds are going to. And so lo and behold, if I don't get on there with Rick, and then Rick says, put her with the other birds because she's a herd animal, the same thing you guys have been screaming at me. And then Rick said, Lester, even if she does die, at least she'll die with her people. And so that was scary to hear, but it was so powerful because honestly, seriously, who wants to die alone? And that's where she had taken herself to the corner of that pasture, and she had lost that light in her eyes, and she'd stopped eating and she'd stopped drinking. And here we are almost a week later, and she's doing so good. I can't wait for y'all to see more of the videos about her. There's one today on the Longhorn Lester channel, and there'll be another one on Tuesday. And so, all right, now I'll go to a couple of your comments. So yes, Ringo's the winner of that. Jolene is letting Jake pet her. Ben too. Rob's guessing you're a big fan of Jake. So Jake has not been in town for 2 weeks. So Jolene lets everyone pet her, and only if you bring food.
You want to know who was first, though?
Who? Jamie?
Grandma Pat.
Oh, so yeah. So Rob's, you might want to know that the very first person who ever put their hands on Jolene was Miss Pat from the other property. That was a long time before we ever brought Jolene home. So I'm sure Jake appreciates you calling him out. Jake's the man. He could put his hands on Jolene. But in fact, all animals around here get more love from me and Jamie than anybody else. However, they're the ones who always want to snatch up the videos. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah. Come over here and let's talk about that for a minute. Jamie has food in her mouth, so she's not going to talk about it right now. But it's funny with all of, we're here so much. And then the other kids come by just to grab a quick video. They come by to snatch up a quick video, then they leave again. And so a lot of times you feel like they're taking credit where credit's not due. Is that the right word? You give them credit where credit's not due. A lot of work goes into gentling down any of the animals, guys. A lot of work goes into lots of tender, loving care, a whole lot of just the pampering.
I don't think anybody's like, I'm the first. I think it's just that our family and friends here see it first on a channel and they're like, oh my gosh, this person accomplished it. But
that's probably what happens. It's not the fact that, it's not that Jake is saying, look at me, I'm the first one to get this cow to do this. But you probably see it on those channels first. Jamie and I, in fact, record videos that don't sometimes play for 2 or 3 days out. And then a lot of the kids come over and they'll make a video same day, go home in that same hour, edit it if they do any editing, and then upload it that same hour.
And it depends on who's where and what day and what goes on. And like there's a lot that goes on. And I would say that it's a collective effort all the time for all of our animals to, sing kumbaya. I don't know what else to say that, but like the interactions, the time that's put in is not just Jake or not just Brianne or anybody else. Like you see a very brief snippet of time, but everyone contributes.
This is funny. The counting of the votes might take days, says Corny. They want to steal the votes.
Yeah, poor Cornholio probably wants a recount. That's for sure.
Cornholio,
that's cold.
Will demand a recount. I want to address this real fast, and I'm not looking to fight with anybody, Stormy Girl. You always think none of us know what we're talking about. You don't have to leave.
Oh, no, I do. I literally have 2 more things to bite, and then I have to jump on a call.
I would say that there's nothing more untrue than that statement right there. If you knew how much I learned from you all, and I have said this in a number of videos, especially lately, because I've gotten to a point to where I realize where I'm at. And I'm also watching videos of other creators and I see where they're at. And Jamie and I both look at each other and say, they're going to have to learn the hard way, the way that we learned. You learn from your mistakes. You do. You learn from your mistakes. And ultimately, we have made so many mistakes and we've learned by those mistakes. And so it was a lot of times it would be a commenter or sometimes a series of commenters that have told us things that we could try different, things that we're doing wrong, that there's a better way. We've been redirected to other channels where they do it a different way, a better way than what we do it. But I'm sorry if I've ever told you that you don't know what you're talking about, because I don't think that I've ever said those words. But I also know that there's a way that I've done things for, through my entire life. And some things I will change when I don't know if they're working. And some things I know if it's working, it's the way I'm going to keep doing it because it does work for me. An example of that would be the barrels and the bags. It's foolish of me to come home with, let's just say 20 bags of feed and take 20 bags of feed and pour those feeds into barrels. And then on feed day, have to scoop out enough feed that would be equivalent to a bag, because we in fact feed a bag of feed to this group of animals. We feed a bag of feed to that group of animals. So why would someone want to come home, take all those 50-pound bags, dump those 50-pound bags into barrels, then come out the next day and have to scoop and scoop and scoop and scoop 50 pounds of feed into a bucket? So we can argue about that all day, but until you've walked a mile in the shoes of the guy who has to do that, then you'll never understand. Until you've scooped a mile, Jamie says, you'll never understand that. So whereas some of the other channels, the Cog Hill, the Arms Family, they have these neat barrels that they place around the property. But I will never take feed out of a barrel out in the dirt pasture and just throw it across the dirt. And I have actually tried to encourage you guys to tell other channels to stop doing that.
Hold on, I think the funniest
Oh, we got something funny
ever was how many people told us to contact Mary Carl. And when you finally did, you opened up a line of friendship. But
that's true. That is true. Jane, I'm going to go ahead and hide this. Stormy Girl, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that was never my intention. Knowledge and opinions are not the same. Woo, Mama Bear put it right where it needs to go. Mama Bear put it right where it needs to go. Knowledge and opinions are not the same. That is true. That is true. But I also feel like to each his own, and what works for us might not work for somebody else. And anyway, I'm off. Jamie said that one of the funniest things that we ever learned from you guys actually turned into a blossoming friendship when we had never heard of Cog Hill. You know, we're big on Facebook, not as big on YouTube. And so we'd never heard of Cog Hill. They're mostly YouTubers, you know, that they put all their stuff on YouTube first, Facebook if they feel like it. Same as Arms Family, YouTube first, Facebook if they feel like it. But we've always been Facebook first. That's Facebook is what gave us our moment to shine. And we'd never heard of Cog Hill. And so there were so many people in the comments about Carl. And they kept saying, talk to Mary Carl at Cog Hill. Talk to Mary Carl.
And we didn't even know she was a little girl.
I didn't know who she was. I mean, talk to Mary Carl. I figured she was. We kept getting all of these things from this ostrich whisperer that you guys kept sending all these things from this lady who they call the ostrich whisperer. And I'm like, I'm about sick of seeing that lady. And I assumed that was a Mary Carl type lady. So I begin to say, Mary Carl wants nothing to do with us. Mary Carl has no time for us. Mary Carl, and I was Mary Carling this and Mary Carling that. And I'm just making this joke out of the supposed ostrich whisperer that y'all kept telling us we should contact Mary Carl. Then come to find out that when I finally made the acquaintance of Jason and his daughter, Mary Carl, didn't I feel like such an ass? Didn't I feel like such an ass to find out that Mary Carl, in fact, is a young lady who knows a ton about birds. She's a bird expert. And so I really can't say that Mary Carl's helped us with Carl necessarily, but I'll tell you what, Mary Carl does know her birds, and she has done some amazing things with her birds. But that is an example of when you guys were pretty neat and trying to share knowledge with me, and I'm just like, ain't no one gonna help me with Carl. Ain't no one out there no one knows about Carl. Even the ostrich whisperer is doing that with females. Y'all, you already know that female birds and male birds are an entire different type of species, especially during breeding season. And I promise you, there ain't no ostrich whisperer who's going to go out there with Carl today and do any of that stuff. Put your head on my shoulder. Let me make you a pallet. Let's have a picnic, you and me. Let me lay here and no, she's going to get her inners ripped out of her right now. So that's funny and cute the way you just, you know, it's knowledge and opinion. So a lot of opinions, but the knowledge is kind of normally you have to put yourself in a position to see what's real, to know, to learn that knowledge. Anyway, someone said something that looks kind of interesting. It flew by so darn fast, Jamie. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't keep up with how fast they are going by. But hold on. Mary Carl is the voice whisperer of pigeons. Okay. Mary Carl is amazing. That's the way I feel about grocery shopping. Put it in the cart, on the belt, back into the cart, into the car, out of the car, put it away, get it out of the cabinet. By this time, the last thing I want to do is cook. Did you hear that, Jamie?
I feel that. I feel that so much.
That is so funny. That is the funniest thing. Yes, that's how it is with feed bags. I go to Tractor Supply. I have to take the feed bag off the shelf, put it onto my cart, roll my cart over to the checkout. Now, luckily, they have a wand that they'll come by and wand, the little hand machine, then take it from the cart into the truck, then get home, take it out of the truck into the barn, then pick it up off the barn floor, pour it into a barrel, and then come out later and take my scoop and go into a bucket. Who does that? Lots of people do that. Not this guy. I'm blessed to have a feed room that stays dry and that stays mice and rat free because of all of our cats. And we can feed our bags like that and they're gone. We get deliveries once a week. And so we don't have to worry about feed ever getting moldy or stale or any kind of a buildup of stuff. And that is the official 2-hour mark. Jamie, I have to get off.
I know.
Jamie has finished cooking. She has to work. I'm going to get off this computer right now. Thank y'all for watching. I think giving Waylon milk at this stage would set him back, not forward. I don't know where that came from. I'm guessing that's probably an argument in the comments. But yes, he does not need milk. Thank you, Wasp. But he does not need milk at this point. He's good on grains, and Waylon's doing great. He's doing great. All right, with that being said, I will say adios to you guys, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Jamie won't be live tonight on her Timeout Tuesday, where she'll start drinking it up, and she'll probably be drinking heavy, knowing Jamie. Hold on. Lester. This is in all caps, so I'm going to talk in all caps. I'm actually even going to stand. Lester. The worst part about all of that was that people had no idea that you already knew what you were doing. That's LOL. But you did know. And the argument that came from Carl, I will never forget. But that pie video was the best. What pie video?
The one right there, pie in your face.
Oh, y'all like that. Y'all like that. I had a good time doing that. Thank you. That was funny, Christina. That was really funny. And I'm not making fun of you. I'm just trying to act out. When I see all caps, I like to act it out. Here, I'll do it again. Great video, Lester, and everyone who chatted. Hugs, everyone. And then all the little huggy things. Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. When I see a comment, Jamie, in all caps, I'm going to start doing that. Oh, no. Someone goes, and here is that Texas goodbye.
Yep.
Maria, really? You got to do that? The old cranky lady voice always gets me. Oh, that's my PPAP voice. I love my PPAP voice. Oh, gosh. Lester! Lester! I'm kidding. I really am going to turn this computer off right now. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a fun Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Lester.
There's another one. This is funny. You're going to mess up your legs, Lester, by stomping for capital letters. You're going to mess up your leg, Lester, for stomping for capital letters.
He loves you all. I have to do this.
There's some more.
I'm done now.
They're in all caps, Jamie. They're in
He
all
loves you.
caps.
He loves you.
God, everybody.